Good morning. It is day 16 of our celery juice cleanse. I already drank my celery juice and I had breakfast already, and I have about a half a cup of coffee left. It's Saturday morning, so I did not worry about just making a video first thing in the morning. You know, just spent time with my hubby because the kids slept over at their grandma's, and so we had waffles and eggs, and so yeah, we just had a good breakfast, and we've been watching TV, kind of being lazy. And my husband is doing the dishes for me, so I don't have to do the dishes this morning, so that's nice of him. But anyways, we're getting around it, getting our day started. There's a couple things we're thinking about doing today, so I'll bring you along for whatever we decide to do today, and I hope you enjoy it. So I have gotten dressed for the day. Like I said, Michael did the dishes, the morning dishes. I'll probably wait until the evening to shine my sink, because last night I had my sink shine before bed, and I just like waking up to a sink that is nice and clean and no dishes on the counter. So I'm going to wait till evening to do that, but I did make my bed, and I'll show you that, and then I'm going to show you my spot for my 5-minute hot spot that I'm going to do. So the bed is made. It's looking halfway decent. And this is going to be my 5-minute hot spot. So it's basically this spot and this spot over here that gets really bad. That's my coffee I'm drinking. But anyways, so there has been a couple more things that's gotten cluttered over here, like a PACE homeschooling curriculum that I probably need to take care of. But I'm going to deal with these clothes. These are clean clothes that was just washed and brought in here and just sat down. So I'm going to hang those up and just make this look orderly, like put all the coats on the end like I do. So yeah, I'm going to do that for my 5-minute hot spot. So I went ahead and I picked up those clothes and got this area looking halfway decent. Still not great. Another thing I thought about maybe doing, my husband had to run to work. So I thought about, I bought these tubs, and I thought about putting them, or filling them and putting the stuff that I was going to put in them and put it in the closet. Let me show you what I've already done in there. I showed you guys that I had cleaned out my closet and kind of got it organized and that kind of thing. I can't remember if I showed you that I bought these tubs. So it used to be, let me show you my mess here. This big purple crate was up where those tubs are. But I bought those tubs, and so this is sheets. The bottom one is like the kids' sheets, and then the top one is like our sheets. So I categorized that and made it easier for me to get down because it was so heavy being in just one big milk crate. And so this here is electronics, and they are super heavy, very hard to get down again. And so I want to separate it into two like this. And then I also had thought about putting my husband's hats into a tub as well, but I forgot to buy the tub for that, so I'm just gonna work on that. Like I said, this is just a tub full of electronics and that kind of stuff, just random odds and ends stuff. Nothing super special in here, but it's a mess, and you can't, like, you have to dig to get to stuff. So I'm gonna separate it into these two tubs, and I will show you what it looks like after I get them all separated. Okay, I got everything out of, I thought I got everything out of there. I got one more thing. Probably this one. So, okay, this is stuff that's either not used very often or is older tech. So it has like older cords that's for like older cell phones and that kind of stuff. That's my husband's department. I'll let him weed through that. But I'll just put it in there for now. So this is like old tech, things we don't use very often, that kind of stuff. Actually, I probably could move this over to this tub. Okay, so this tub is stuff that we would maybe need to grab really quick or be able to find really quick. This one here. I know it's not like super pretty or anything, but it has 3 of these. I don't even know why we have 3 of them, but we do. And then it has some of my kids' ear headphone things. They don't typically need those. A speaker that I'm not even sure if it works or not. I would guess it does, but anyway, just random stuff in here, but it's stuff like a USB that I don't even know what's on it, but it's stuff we might actually need. And then this is a photo frame that I need to get up on the wall. But for now, it's just going in with tech, if it'll fit, because I don't want it sitting out on a counter or on, you know, anywhere. And I don't have time to get to that right now. So it's just going to go in here until I can get to that project. All right, and that's what that looks like now. Looks a lot better. I feel like it looks more organized. These are hefty Tupperwares that I just got from Lowe's. But yeah, they're really nice. The lids have like this little snap thing that closes them up really good. Whew, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. But anyways, that's what that's looking like. And hopefully I can get, they have ones that are deeper, and I'm thinking about getting the deeper one for his hats. But I'm going to ask him and see if he would want them into like 2 separate containers. So me and Michael decided we're going to clear out this closet and start working on making this into a pantry. So first things first, we got to get everything cleared out of here. Multitasking, baby. This needs to go to the shed. Yeah, this needs to go out there too.
I would like to point out that I'm picking up my paper stack.
We're very proud of you, honey. Like, we have these random things, like these tubes of wrapping paper. They really need to be used up. Man, there's like a ton of paper left in them. It is. And like, why do I hold on to some stuff? Like, this is just old boards, babe. I said I was gonna let Elizabeth make little crafts.
Put it on the table with the pictures. I'll get rid of them.
I don't know why I keep stupid little things like that. Like, I might need this for a craft.
Okay, so I just really don't know where to put this. Don't we have a slot in the file cabinet for books?
For mechanical type books.
Okay, so that's where this needs to go. Now this is something we need to keep in case we want to get electricity over at their building. But I don't know where.
We have to have that?
Well, I mean, I guess I could just get another one.
Well, keep it for now. Put it with that book.
See, this is your apartment. That's why this papers should be yours.
No,
yes.
I didn't even know what that was.
Okay, so I'm going to look at that here. Like here's a stack of stuff you're supposed to put away.
Okay, honey. Oh, my fur. I'm horrible. I know. I still have to put like in the making, but
That's one of those unfinished projects, huh?
what am I? Thousands?
Paint.
I know, we have paint
Paint
everywhere. Okay, that's gotta be back. The team effort on these boards. Oh, guess what that is?
Piece to operation.
Yes, they said they had lost a piece.
What's that?
I think so.
There's a rubber band. There's another piece to operation. It was on top of the board. This board. It was just laying on top of it.
Well, I'm gonna get paper. I can do that in a minute.
Figure we get it cleaned out.
You want me to
going
go
up?
I can.
Of course, operation
tape
on the bottom.
operation.
We need to tape them all, I think.
We need to go through our games.
Yeah, upwards. I think we played it once.
Yeah.
It's not very fun.
Go through the one, keep the ones we like, really like, get rid of the ones we don't want to play with. And it'll make the games more accessible to the kids too, so they might play them more. Like Yeti and My Spaghetti, I think we played once.
Yeah.
If that. They fun. Okay. It's empty.
I think that Elizabeth played Jurassic Park more. If you hadn't
What I do?
played it up like you did.
What do you mean?
Scared of it.
Scared of it.
You were like scared of board games. Because it was Jurassic Park.
No. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh.
I'm not, it's just not a fan of playing it. I think it's too strategic and it's kind of risk. I'm not a fan of risk.
You like casual games.
I like casual games.
Uh-oh.
What was that? So the closet is empty. And the rest of the house is looking, that fell over just a second ago. Looking kind of crazy. We got all of our games on. We have a ton of games. We love playing board games, but there's definitely some we could get rid of, we decided. And then we just have all this clutter. All this was in that closet, and that closet holds a ton. So anyways, we got all that cleared out. I vacuumed in there, and now we're ready to move stuff out of the pantry. Let's go look in the pantry over here. So the pantry, it's the laundry room really, but the pantry is getting moved into that closet, as we've talked about the last couple days. And so we got to take all this food and all this stuff out of here, and we're going to bring it into the living room area, I guess. And so that's what we're going to be doing next. As always, my husband keeps me in check and keeps me thinking instead of just plowing forward. So we're going to, instead of pulling everything out of the pantry, we're going to move everything here, that's in this little area here, away from that wall. And I'm going to empty that rack so that we can put up another black shelf that we have out in the shed over here for the pantry items. So it'll be our pantry. It'll be like an open pantry for a while, because he has to actually put shelving in the closet for the pantry. And I'm going to do some touch-up paint in there because there's some scuffs on the wall and there needs to be some trim that never got painted that needs to be painted. So might as well do it right if we're going to do it. So I'm going to work on that, getting this stuff moved while he's going to get that rack. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Michael and I assembled our rack here in the living room, and I have emptied and moved everything else over here. So this rack is empty. We'll put pantry items on it as well. A little overwhelmed. Walk in here and I get overwhelmed. It's okay. It's alright. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed at the moment. My brain's thinking a lot. Trying to understand where things need to go. Our staple items here.
Yeah, the ones we use all the time.
Use all of them. So I'm making progress. This is how much I have transferred in here so far. Still have quite a bit to go. I'll show you that. So I have all of this still to transfer into the other room. So quite a bit still to go in there. It's one less shelf in there on that other rack because we actually stole one of those racks to go in here. But I am using this rack here as well. trying to put things that we use like every single day on here. That's not something we use every single day, but cereal and tortilla shells. Oh my goodness, we go through so many tortilla shells. So this will be like stuff we use all the time, that kind of thing on this rack. So I'm going to continue working on moving that stuff from there to here and trying to get this accomplished. Michael touched up the paint in the closet and started painting. He painted the primer on the trim in there, and then he's outside now getting ready to find and cut the boards for the shelving in the pantry area. So I don't know the height of and how many shelves I want yet, but I figure that's something we can kind of determine once I pull all the food out. You can tell I'm like out of breath. I've been running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath, but this is good for me. Good activity. I'm going to get my steps in today. But anyways, that's the update so far. We're going to have to go pick our kids up here in about an hour and a half from my mom's house. So trying to get as much done as possible before we have to go and get them. And we have some other things we have to do today as well. We are at our church, and we are getting ready for kids' church tomorrow. We are making a giant checkerboard on the floor. So we've cut these out, and we're going to tape them down onto the floor. So we miscalculated. My husband went to go cut 2 more blacks, but this is what it's looking like so far. We're going to use this red painter's tape for like the in-betweens. So we're going to be taping this down and trying to get it all symmetrical. And then we're just going to use paper plates as our pieces. We just completed our checkerboard. Now we just have to go buy the plates. So we went with white and black because we didn't have enough red construction paper. So white and black it is. We just completed the large checker board set, and I think it turned out pretty good. We're headed to get the kiddos here in just a minute. My husband's gonna shovel a little spot on the sidewalk so it's easy, because it's gonna be easier right now than it would be in the morning. And then we're gonna head out to get the kiddos and see what else we can get accomplished today. So the ice falls from the roof and it goes right down there in front of the doors of the church. So he's gonna just knock off the ice from the top as best he can. That way it doesn't just completely cover it again before tomorrow morning. And he's just gonna shovel right in front of that door. We've been home, we've ate, and we have moved a lot of stuff here into the laundry room, and I'm going to show that to you. We've been working really hard getting everything moved into here, so I thought I would show you. It's hard from this angle, but I'm going to move over to another angle here in a second. This is all the stuff that came out of the closet in the other room. Get over here, try to where you guys can see a little bit better. Starting at the top, this is some craft stuff. That's fur, like fake fur. That's like a what do you call that? A batting, or anyways, a roll of fake fur. This is foam, which I don't like that it's in this bag and like sideways and stuff, but I can fix that later. Pasta machine, some tools in a toolbox. That is like padding, like cushion padding, I guess you could call it, like rolls of it. There's 2 rolls there. This is a whole thing of games and puzzles, another whole thing of games and puzzles, craft stuff. So this is like a hobby thing. There's a tote back in that little corner there. So that's my husband's RC car, and then my craft stuff. And then down here we have a cutting board, like for crafts, and I'm trying to remember what's in this tub. In the far tub is our pictures, like photos and stuff from when the kids was babies and stuff. And this one, oh, that's our gift bags. So it's like gift bags for like birthdays and stuff like that. The one thing I don't know what to do with is our swimming stuff. I didn't have a place I liked on the shelf. I didn't want it to feel super cluttered. Even though it still feels very cluttered, I can see all the games really well. Like, you can tell what we got. I know these things we're debating on taking them to the shed, which would open up some space up there to maybe put swim stuff. And it's an off season, but I want to keep it in the house because during the on season, obviously it's going to be in the house, so I have to have a home for it. So I might as well just have a home for it and put it there. So anyways, I'm going to show you the pantry area next. So this is what the pantry area is looking like right now. Pretty full. And then we also have our little rolly cart that I showed you guys earlier. We decided to put chips and stuff down there. But yeah, that's what that's looking like. And then Michael worked on the closet here, touching up the paint, painting the trim. So that's all painted now. And he also took out that rack that was up there. And it's ready to do whatever we want to do in there. Well guys, it's the end of day 16 and I think we had a pretty productive day. Got a lot accomplished. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again tomorrow. So this is editing Amanda, much later from whenever I signed off. But I was editing and realized that I was out of breath most of the day and wanted to kind of explain, looking back through the day, the entire day, I was a little overwhelmed all day, to say the least. And I have dealt with anxiety in the past. I'm guessing that I was just kind of dealing with a little bit of anxiety today, and so that was making me have like faster breaths and kind of that feeling of being overwhelmed. So yeah, that's the only thing I can explain why I was so out of breath all day. Also, we were very active today. We were moving from one project to the next, to the next, to the next. So it could just be that I was literally running around all day. But anyway, I just thought I needed to explain that. And hope you guys didn't get bothered by my breathiness all day.